the council meeting, it was interesting. I've been to two. I was at the Bristol City one and spoke there, and it's interesting. The only thing about those meetings are every speech makes no difference at all, because nobody changes their mind, whether the ones that are for it or ones that are against it. The one thing that was heartening for me yesterday was that most people did seem like they wanted to help in the end. They was against the plan and the proposal because of the plan that came out to them. What's the word? Because of the proposal that was put to them, they wasn't happy with it and they refused it on four points. But they did say, if you get them 4 points right, then actually we're willing to help. And I think we've got to take on that help and take on that feeling that, even though it didn't sound like it at the start, and there's certainly a handful of councillors that are totally against it, and whatever happens are going to vote against it, you may convince the others to so that we get a majority at the end of the day. But most of them were genuine in that in the end they wanted to help the football club, and that was a little bit heartening, because we're in this together. It's their town, it's our town, this is their football club, we're their football club. Do you know what I mean? And all right, we may have put a few words wrong somewhere. I don't get involved in that sort of thing, but then tell us which words are wrong and what you want to change. And if you want to help us, why can't you put a roundabout over there? We can put a geyser on the moon, and we can build a great big load of houses over there, and a great big load of houses over there on open spaces. The only thing is, don't tell me that those places up there are public open spaces. I've never seen ever the public on that ground up there.
Me and Steve come up for a kick around sometimes. Look at this.
Well, you're the public, but you'd have gone home with dog's mess on your shoes, and probably a metal spear in you. Yeah, because it's the landfill up there is really poor that we got, and the metal sticks through the grass sometimes, and you have to be very careful. So you can't train up there, you can't have kids up there. It's never been a community area up there. So I understand the open spaces, but that was one of the reasons why we brought the AstroTurf in, because eventually, when we get going, we will be able to use that as a community area, which is much safer for people. But we didn't get the chance to put that across.
There were a couple of points yesterday during the meeting where I kept thinking back to this time last week when you were talking about chitty chitty bang bang. We're having a little sort of conversation, shall we say, with one of the councillors that was sat in front of you.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
But now I thought you were going to go outside it.
No, there was all little subplots going on, weren't there, everywhere, and it's very difficult for the councillors, I should think, to discuss when they've got an emotive audience right behind them. Do you know what I mean? Now, I didn't mean to heckle, and I've never heckled in my life. You know what I mean? But I was annoyed about a couple of the speeches that if you don't agree with it, then say the points of your refusal. What's that take? 5 minutes? But not that you bumped into an old lady over the road and she said she can't cope without, if there's a roundabout there, she won't be able to cross the road, and what I know that wasn't said on, but there was certain things there that didn't need to be said that was ridiculous. The thing about we entice people to the ground, do you know what I mean, to make them sign a petition. That was why we got them in. That's ridiculous. I made the chairman get the public in because I said we needed a big crowd, chairman, and they lost money on that. It was nothing to do with the petition, and we bribed the staff. Any of us got bribed to sign that petition? Come on, so all that little things were annoying. So, I apologise if I overstepped the mark. I don't think I did, because I thought I was genuine, but then I felt that some councillors weren't listening, and so therefore they must have made up their mind already. And I just feel that sometimes we all have to give people the opportunity to speak. Do you know what I mean? And say their piece. But I just felt at times they were talking to each other when speakers were speaking, but that's their right. And only, I'm not saying it's rude or anything. All I'm saying is, so therefore we're not listening to the speakers. So therefore, why have the speakers? You know what I mean? But I did come out of there a little bit more happier that actually they were there to help, and it did get round to that. So in the end, I appreciated the decision they had to make, the decision that they made, and that most of them are willing to help. And that's the main thing that I came out with anyway. I restored my faith in a planning committee. Let's say that.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah, thank you.
But no, because obviously I saw you have a word in the shell like with one of the councillors, and he seemed to mellow afterwards.
No, listen, they, as I say, they make up their own minds, and just the fact that before, during and after, you know these people anyway, because they've come to the game and their families have come to the game. And my only thing was, okay, tell us what we've done wrong and help us. That's all we want, a bit of help.
Yeah.
And if we all help and we all want to do it, of course you're going to get the odd person who's not going to be happy with the store up there, but it's not covering too many houses. I don't see any community up there as a public open space with kids playing football and that. They can't play football up there. It's not conducive to playing football up there. So, the only way the club's going to progress is if we get the store up there and we can use that to compete at whatever level we're at. Because at the moment, we're pulling rabbits out of hats. That's what we're doing. And that's what we've done for the last 10 years, honestly. And you're not going to be able to keep doing that. And as I said, if you're standing still, you're moving backwards in football. I think the chairman's been working on this for 10 years now, and longer. And, he's... and I think he deserves the help of some of the people down at the council, because I don't think he's not an ogre. He's only trying to do the best like he has done for many, many years here. And I don't need to say that to save your job. I'm saying it because I know a little bit what's gone on in the time that I've been here. So it really is just that it mustn't be political. It's got to be, we want it, and then let's get it done. And if we want it, it can get done. And if everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet, obviously you've got to look at all the people that might have a problem with it, try and adjust to that, have a look at it, find another open space if that's what it is, but they are still building houses on open spaces, you know what I mean? So, and then we can all move on, and the football club can move on, the town will move on, there'll be more people coming to the town like there has been, more people in the hotels, more people in the shops, more people, blah blah blah. And so it's, I think the chairman deserves a little bit of time and help for all the work that he's done, getting it to this stage in a lot of adversity.
Mm. You said about all singing from the same hymn sheet. I think that's the case. I suppose at most just the fact that there's a couple of verses missing from that hymn.
Very philosophical, mate. Yeah, there is, but the end of the song is what you want, is what you're waiting for, isn't it? And that's the bit that we need quickly. So therefore, getting it within 2 months and having the opportunity of that is much better than having to wait another year, another 2 years. Because the football club's at this stage now where it needs, this is going to fall down soon, any minute. This we get a big crowd or something, it just needs upgrading. We need championship training facilities, because it all adds up. Because the taxpayer that comes to our ground to watch football matches is owed to have the best team here, the best facilities here, because this is like a theatre, it's an entertainment business. I apologise we didn't entertain nobody on Saturday, but it is an entertaining business, and you don't go into a theatre and get dodgy seats, or you just go outside and you get you get a drink, and it's comfortable, and that's what football clubs are trying to do now, and we're certainly for this level a long way away behind at the moment.